What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. My name is UnrealEntGaming, and welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week, everybody. We are smack dab nearing the end of July. It's crazy how just time flies. I mean, every single week just seems to go by faster and faster. I mean, literally, New Year's is like, what? Almost closely, roughly around 4 to 5 months away. I mean, where is the time gone? I mean, I really hope you guys have been enjoying going to the beach, having barbecues and whatnot. I went to the beach for the first time a couple of days ago this summer because I've been working a lot and it's just been crazy. I mean, just wrestling and working out and working, and then, you know, oh my God, so much to do. I mean, such little time. Don't you guys wish sometimes that, you know, you had more time to kill? Because sometimes 24 hours may not seem like a lot during a day. But also, guys, I just want to say I hope you all enjoyed. Also, guys, be sure to check out my second channel. The link will be in the description below at UnrealEnt Network. Like I said, guys, on that channel you'll find a whole bunch of alternative stuff that you won't find on here. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy that as well. A lot of you guys have been enjoying that, actually. Titan Mania, watching the Forest, my thoughts and opinions on adult Go Tanks with 3-man broadcast, doing all sorts of awesome stuff on there. So I really hope you guys have been enjoying that. So let's get on with this week's questions from you guys, which we're going to begin with question number 1, which is from Jake Wolf. Hey Alex, what's up, man? I know it's been a long time since I had my last fan mail, but I got some questions for you that I would like you to answer. Here we go. Question number 1. What absolutely pisses you off? Answer if you feel comfortable with the question. Question 2. Scenario. Your left and right brain are split. In your left brain, you will live the life of a $1 trillion ladies man who has a supermodel as a wife and 2 mansions, and you are the man who took down the Illuminati. Your right brain is your life currently, but the catch is your left brain only controls your sight and hearing, but your right brain controls your arms and legs. Which life would you choose and why? Also, remember to tell the truth. Oh, of course. I mean, why? That's horrible, you know. But either way, there's a catch for both. So, question number 3: how hard is it to hold your anger against somebody who absolutely pisses you off? A lot of pissing off questions by you, huh? Question number 4: who do you think would win, Bills or Zykor? Question 5: zombies, like the ones from I Am Legend versus aliens from Saints Row. Who do you think would win? Oh, Jesus. I mean, that's not even fair, you know what I mean? Like, those aliens have technology, zombies don't. So, question 6, what would you do if you were to wake up in Justin Bieber and Yamcha were having sex in your bedroom while playing the Wii somehow? How would they be playing the Wii while having intercourse? That's just weird. I don't know why I asked that question. I don't even know myself, bro. Question 7, I need help with this problem I have. Can you help? I beat up this guy's brother because he kept talking a lot of shit towards my family, and now I heard he sent out someone to jump me. I don't want to get jumped. Well, nobody does, because I'm the type of guy who doesn't let shit go like that, so I take it to a whole different level. I want this to end as peacefully as possible. I need your help because it went down today and I just heard about this. Ooh. Question 8. Damn, man. Who do you think would win, Whis or Rygor? Question 9. Pick 3 characters. The rest will try to kill you. Choose wisely. And of course, explain your choices. Oh shit. Whis, Bills, God, Goku, Kid Buu, Vegito, Gogeta, Gotenks, and Final Form, Janemba, and Pikkon. Wow, that's very interesting. Oh my God. Thank you for answering my questions, and God bless. Thank you, Jake. Alright, well, to answer your first question, what absolutely pisses me off? Alright, well, it takes a lot to piss me off, to be honest. As long as you don't put your hands on me, you can say whatever you want, because to me, words are just words, you know what I mean? Actions speak very loudly than words. So if you're gonna talk shit, if you're gonna like say you know, all this bullshit, it's not even gonna affect me whatsoever, because number 1, 99% of the time, the shit that comes out of your mouth towards me isn't really gonna mean much, because it's not facts. It's just, you know, your opinionated negative statements. So it's really not gonna bother me as much. You can say whatever you want. Of course, if you put your hands on me, if you try to act like a macho man and you try to put your hands on me, that shit pisses me off, and we will throw down and I will fuck you up. I will fucking make sure of that, because I'm not the one to ever start something with someone. I always keep to myself. I'm never one to act, you know, tough or have any sort of bravado. I'm never going to put my hands on someone, first of all. So that's something that really pisses me off. Another thing that really pisses me off are people with lack of intelligence. You know, like I live in a neighborhood. I live in an area where people just don't seem to have common sense. They continue to like say, oh, I'm never going to make the same mistake again, and they continue to make it 20,000 more times. You know what I mean? It's absolutely horrible, and that pisses me off because if you know you're doing something wrong, why would you continue to do it? You know, I mean, the only reason why you would continue to do it is because you freaking like it. That's why. So those are the only things that piss me off. I mean, everything else, I mean, really, it just really doesn't bother me. So to answer your second question, I would have to choose the one where I'm able to see and hear. Actually, no. The one where I'm able to move. If I'm able to move, I believe that, you know, life would be a little easier, you know what I mean? Even though what you're saying is my left brain has the controls of sight and hearing, whereas opposed to my right has the motion part. I mean, obviously, it would be painful to have, you know, no sight or hearing on anything because you don't know what the fuck's going on. Of course, you're just gonna be like there. But damn, I mean, I'm not sure. I would say arms and legs just because I want to like feel and have motion. But then again, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I'm gonna choose the left brain. Actually, I'm gonna choose the left brain just because I just closed my eyes and I just covered my ears, and I couldn't imagine just living in total darkness for all my life. I would rather be a vegetable and just sit there and just have the control of sight and hearing. Because at least I can see and hear what's going on. I mean, that plays some sort of entertainment, right? I can't play video games, I can't work out, I can't wrestle, but I can still watch movies and stuff like that. So it is what it is. I'll have to choose that. I don't really care about the supermodel wife and whatnot. I mean, having a supermodel as a wife, if you fuck up one little thing, that bitch will easily leave you. So, and I don't care about mansions. It'd be nice to have one, but I mean, 2 of them, what's the point? So, as long as we take down the Illuminati, we should be good. So, question number 3, how hard is it to hold my anger? Well, it's not really hard at all. I have a lot of patience. That's the thing. I have a lot of patience, man. I have so much patience. I have so much patience that I can't believe that I have that much patience. The one thing that holds my anger in is the fact that I don't want to hurt anybody. That's one reason why I hold a lot of it in, but I don't have any to begin with. I'm not a bitter person, so to answer your 4th question, Xicor or Beerus, I would have to say Beerus, just because Xicor is a, you know, fan-made character, and we don't really know what he's truly capable of. Although he did fight Goku in Super Saiyan 5 form and lose, I feel like Beerus is also a very formidable foe because just because he has the ability to shun you down with his speed, with his strength, everything that he pretty much does just screams superiority over Xicor, I believe. And then again, having to be a god, your chi energy surpasses, you know, anything else you could possibly think of. So, for me personally, I would have to say Beerus, just because number 1, he's a god, just because number 2, he has almost like infinite ki. You know what I mean? Like the dude is just a monster. So, I would have to say Beerus. To answer your 5th question, obviously the aliens, because they have technology. The zombies would not stand a chance. So no point for that, right? I mean, it's terrible, but what more can you do? To answer your 6th question, if I woke up and I saw Justin Bieber and Yamcha having sex, the first thing I would do is pull out my phone, take a quick picture, and then I'd take my ass right back to sleep because I would not want to fucking watch any more of that. And I don't know how and why they're playing the Wii, but I don't want to fucking find out because it's just weird for them to even do that and then play the Wii. It's just, nah. And to answer your 7th question, all right, well, here's the thing, man. I think what you need to do is just let it go, right? Like, let's say, for example, somebody's out looking for you. Just don't even let it cross your mind, because, like, the more you worry about it, the more it's going to get to you, you know what I mean? If someone approaches you in a very weird way, always have your guard up, man. Don't ever walk around just thinking, like, oh, whatever. Go up. If it's possible, if I were you, I would hit up the guy that you beat up and be like, yo, like, what's good, man? Like, you're over here starting trouble. We had a fair fight. I fucked you up, or you fucked me up, or whatever the case. Let's just drop it. Be a man about it. Don't be a little bitch and having to send people, because, you know, I don't want any more problems with you, and I'm pretty sure you don't want any problems with me. So just, if I were you, I'd hit him up and just try to, like, settle it right then and there, or if not, try to meet up in person. But if worse comes to worse, if somebody's out to jump you, bro, make sure you always have your guard up. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, it could be, like, a false message. It just could be him saying that shit to scare you. But if it does go down, the first thing I would do is just like back yourself up by just going all out. Like if somebody jumps you, fight back. Don't just let someone beat you up. And let's say, God forbid, you do get jumped. Don't try to be a fucking crazy ass motherfucker and try to like get more people to jump him, because that's just gonna lead into more problems. It's gonna escalate to the point where weapons are gonna be involved, and God forbid someone's gonna lose their life over something so dumb. So if I were you, the first thing I would do is try to talk it out, hit him up, be like, yo, it is what it is. Let's be men. It happened. Let's just move on. There's no point to fight anymore. The beef is done. If he doesn't want to do that, if it continues, then number two, if you get jumped, just, you know, don't try to retaliate by fucking have more people or having to have weapons or some shit involved, because I'm telling you, man, it's not going to benefit you. What you need to do right now is just worry about yourself. Don't worry about that crap. If it happens, hey, man, it's in the cards. But, you know, like, for that situation, I don't know, man. If I were you in that situation, I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, you want to jump me? Fine, go ahead. If you see me, jump me then. Let's see what happens. Say I won't fucking pop on all of you guys. You know what I mean? So don't bring it to another level, because you're gonna regret that a lot, man. Trust me. That's not the way to go. To answer your 8th question, Whis or Right? Well, I mean, according to Malik, Rigor is actually very powerful. So I would have to say Rigor if we're talking Dragon Ball New Age stuff. But if we're talking strictly Dragon Ball Z canon stuff, then I'd say Whis. But so far, I would have to say Rigor, just because of the way Malik made him so damn powerful. So I would have to say Rigor. And to answer your last question, pick 3 characters. The rest will try to kill me. I would pick Kid Buu. I would pick probably Janemba, and I would pick Vegito to not kill me, just because Kid Buu would turn me into chocolate and eat me. Janemba would probably cut me up into pieces, and Vegito would probably blow me up like very, very maniacally. So everybody else, I would have to say do your worst, but in terms of that little situation, I would choose those 3 to not do it. So but anyways, Mr. Jake, thank you for the questions, man. I hope you have a wonderful day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Alan McGill. Yo, what's going on, Alex? I have some questions for you, so here we go. Question number 1, would you rather lose your old memories or never be able to make new ones? Damn. Question 2, what if the androids making were delayed until the Buu saga? Very interesting. Question 3, this person made a wooden ship with 100 pieces of wood. After each piece of wood got old, the person replaces it with a new piece of wood. So after many years, the whole ship would be replaced with new pieces. And with the old pieces, the person makes another identical wooden ship. So which one is the original? Question 4. What do you think of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s career so far? 46-0. Do you believe he earned his position as the best fighter of the year and pound-for-pound king, or do you think his opponents weren't good enough, such as him picking weak opponents? Question 5. How do you think the Cell Saga would have went on if Gohan went to the chamber with Trunks and Vegeta rather than Goku? All right, well, thank you for the questions, Alan. To answer your first question, I'd rather keep my memories. I mean, why would I not want to make any new memories and just lose my old memories? Then I'll just be a person walking around with no memory whatsoever. I mean, that's horrible. I would rather keep my memories than anything else. You know what I mean? So I would have to say stay with my current memories, because as much as I would love to make new memories, of course, like every other person in the world, I would have to say I wouldn't risk losing my old memories and not make new ones as well. I mean, that right there makes no sense. So I would rather keep my current memory form and just not be able to lose anything else. So to answer your second question, if the androids made their debut in the Buu saga, they would get killed, don't you think? Well, I mean, it would be really awesome to see Majin Buu absorb them. Well, I mean, if you're talking all of the androids, including Cell, well, by Majin Buu absorbing Cell would be pretty cool to have, you know, Super Buu Cell absorbed. That'd be sick to see, actually, now that I think about it. He would be so intelligent, yet so powerful. That would be mind-boggling. As for the actual androids, like, you know, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, they wouldn't stand a chance. They would just get obliterated. Then again, the Z fighters wouldn't know about them, so they would get beat down too. But ultimately, even if the androids killed the Z fighters, Majin Buu would kill off all the androids. So it's just a one-sided thing. At the end of the day, Majin Buu wins. So whoever wins, Majin Buu wins either way. So it's kind of interesting to see, like, oh, well, what if every single one of those villains collided? Buu would win either way. Buu was just too much. Buu overpowered everybody. So imagine if he even had to deal with the androids. I mean, even if you had 16, 17, 18, 19, and Cell try to fight off Buu, they would all get destroyed. They would probably get turned into chocolate and then get eaten to death. That's just like the ultimate demise. To answer your third question, that is a very good question. I would have to say the original one was the one where it had to be replaced with new pieces. Because, I mean, it was ultimately the original ship. It just need maintenance. That's all it really needed. They took the old wood and they kept replacing it and building other ships, but at the end of the day, what started it all was the original ship being made with the 100 pieces of wood before they got old and replaced. So that right there is technically the original one before they started creating all the other ones. So to answer your fourth question, Floyd Mayweather. Now, I have nothing against him, but I do think he picked his opponents. I don't think he deserves to be 46-0. He's a very, very spoiled, greedy man. And if I had fucking $500 million like he does, well, not billion, but million. If I had like $500 million like he does, I wouldn't be spending that shit on fucking 90, 97, 96 cars. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. The dude has, you know, all the latest Bugattis and Ferraris and Lambos and Rolls Royces and, you know, all this shit, Phantoms and whatnot. Like, why? As a human being, you're not gonna freaking drive every one of those cars every single day. I mean, you're gonna stick with your shit. It's nice to, well, I mean, if I had $500 million, I'd probably stick to like two to four cars, not 98 cars. Like, that's crazy. In terms of his opponents, of course, he picks his opponents. He didn't want to fight Pacquiao. He doesn't want to fight anybody that he knows is going to give him a challenge. Now, I'm not saying that he's a scrub. Floyd Mayweather is a very good boxer. Is he the pound-for-pound king? I have yet to see him fight someone who's a pound-for-pound king themselves, quote-unquote, you know what I mean? Best fighter of the year? Absolutely not. He only fought one time in the year, so how would that make him the best fighter? You know what I mean? We have a lot of the UFC guys who would smoke him in a fight. So does that mean they receive best fighter of the year as well? So Floyd Mayweather, he needs more competition. That's what he needs. You know, they hype up his opponents as being the most, you know, deadliest opponents, and oh my god, Floyd has a chance of losing, but then it ultimately turns out to be a flop, you know what I mean? So Floyd, until he fights Pacquiao, he's yet to be the best fighter in the world. So, and to answer your last question, if Gohan went to the chamber with Trunks and Vegeta, I think that would have been pretty cool too. I think all four of them should have went in there at once and fought each other. That would be so sick to have like a four-way with everybody battling each other, everybody just beating the piss out of each other in there. I felt like every single character would have became a little bit more powerful because you would have had son versus son, father versus father, father versus son, and stuff like that. So it would have been absolutely awesome to see. And I do think it would have affected Gohan's power level if he were to, you know, train with Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. But either way, I do believe that it took Goku to unlock his full potential because Goku didn't want to stop. As opposed to Vegeta, he would just train alone. You know what I mean? He didn't want to train with his own son. So it's just like, really, dude? I mean, how much of that would have benefited you? So, but yeah. So thank you for the questions, Alan, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Christian Ray. Hey, Alex, been watching you since UnrealEnt Studio. Damn, that's my vlogging channel, man. That's old school. Question 1, if you could, would you do a Transformers What If battle? That'd be awesome, man. Holy crap. Question 2, what did you think of Transformers Age of Extinction? Question 3, even though we saw it in the movie, in an all-out fight, who would win, Optimus Prime or Grimlock? Question 4, who would win the Alpha Lords from DBNA, Zycor and Rigger Fused? Ooh. Well, I mean, the Alpha Lords from DBNA or... damn, that's actually a good question. Oh, I'm going to get into that. All right, question 5. In WWE, what happened to Evan Bourne? Question 6. Who would win, Rey Mysterio or Sin Cara? Those are my questions. God bless, and I hope you make it to WWE one day. By the way, I'm 12, almost 13. Peace. Well, thank you for the questions, man. All right, well, to answer your first question, I would love to do Transformers What If Battle. I would do Unicron versus Primus. I would do Optimus Prime versus I would do Optimus Prime versus Bumblebee. I would do Grimlock versus Megatron. I would do Galvatron versus Megatron and stuff like that. It would be amazing. So if I could, I would, only if I found the game where they're actually simulated fights and whatnot. If you guys have any recommended Transformer games that are really good that provides you to have all-out battles like that, let me know, and I'll definitely do it. So to answer your second question, what did I think of Transformers Age of Extinction? Well, I made a review on it, and I thought it was really good. Of course, a lot of people didn't think so. A lot of people were like, well, the movie made no sense. The movie sucked. If you paid attention, you'd understand. But I really enjoyed the movie. I mean, I made a review for it, and I feel like the movie could have been worse. It could have been better. But it was good. It was long, too. I sat there with my friend Heather, and I was like, Jesus Christ, like, this movie's freaking long. I'm just sitting there, my ass was like numb, but the movie was great. The soundtrack was great. Mark Wahlberg did a wonderful job. And if you want to see more on my full take on Transformers Age of Extinction, just watch my review for it, man. To answer your third question, Optimus Prime versus Grimlock. Grimlock was huge in Age of Extinction, so by Optimus beating him up like in a couple of hits made no sense to me, but I would have to say Grimlock. Maybe, give or take, but he looks like more of a rogue type character where he fights like a barbarian. So whereas opposed to Optimus Prime fights with strategic attacks. So I would have to say Prime, because I mean, just because he knows how to fight and he would use that to his advantage, and he wouldn't be suckered into just fighting like a madman. So I would have to say Prime. To answer your fourth question, I think Zycor and Rigger Fuse would beat the Alpha Lords. The Alpha Lords in Dragon Ball New Age are supposed to be the ultimate creators and whatnot. It would be really awesome to see them fight against Zycor and Rigger Fused. That right there would be unmitigated power to have those two combat each other. So, I don't know. I would have to say Zycor and Rigger fused because, first of all, Rigger has the power of Super Saiyan 5 and so does Zycor, so having that combined power being, I mean, one of them being a half god, half Saiyan, the other one being, you know, an Alpha Saiyan and whatnot, it would be amazing to see. So I would have to say the fusion of Rigger and Zycor would definitely hold their own against the Alpha Lords. But then again, I haven't really read too much on the Alpha Lords just yet, so we're going to have to wait and see. But so far on my analysis, I would have to say those two because they acquire and they harness powers of Super Saiyan 5s and gods. So that plays into an advantage for sure. To answer your fifth question, Evan Bourne was released. Evan Bourne pretty much broke his foot. He was cleared to go. They cut him off the roster, and that was pretty much it. I feel bad for Matt Sydal, aka Evan Bourne. He's planning on doing a freaking shoot really soon. The ultimate Evan Bourne shoot where he's gonna like pretty much expose everything, and he says that it's gonna be the final nail in the coffin. I'm really looking forward to that, especially watching it in our RF video and stuff like that. I really want to see how they're gonna do that. But you know, Evan Bourne, he was a good talent, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't bad. They just didn't utilize him correctly, and Evan Bourne would have been a huge star, especially with his beautiful, you know, shooting star press and whatnot. Like, the guy was pretty cool, you know what I mean? So I don't know, he just got cut. You know, a lot of guys got cut from the WWE, you know, just because of the budget cuts and whatnot. So it's sad to see, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? So, and to answer your last question, Rey Mysterio, just because Sin Cara messes up a lot and Sin Cara botches a lot and Sin Cara gets hurt very easily, I think if both of them were in their prime, Rey Mysterio would outclass Sin Cara. And I'm a huge Rey Mysterio fan, so Rey Mysterio for sure over Sin Cara, just because of experience and just overall skill alone. So But anyways, Mr. Christian, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a wonderful day, my friend. And now moving on to the next question, which is from JoJo Swags 11. Hey, Alex, I don't know where to submit questions, so I'm going to give this to you here. First of all, I just want to say how much of a supporter I am towards your passion for wrestling. Thank you, man. That really means a lot to me. That means more to me than anything else. I have to say, after watching some of your matches and promos, you have the potential of making it big in wrestling world. Trust me, my friend. Thank you. I have so many questions to ask, so let's get down to business. Let's do this. Question 1. Do you ever see yourself wrestling in Japan or down in Mexico due to the fact of many other successful indie wrestlers that have been all around the world? Question 2. What are your thoughts about the speculation of John Super Cena versus Brock Lesnar at this year's SummerSlam pay-per-view, and will it be quote-unquote best for business? Question 3. What are your thoughts on Chris Benoit, his wrestling career success, and the tragic events of leading on to his death? Question 4. What if Goku and Gohan were successful and able to fuse with the, what was that, Patarian fusion in the Boo Saga? How do you think the story would have went from there? Final question. In your honest opinion, can you rank your top favorite 5 best WrestleManias? That is it for now, and good luck, Alex. Thank you, brother. To answer your first question, easy. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I would love to go to Japan. I would love to go to Mexico. I would love to go to Puerto Rico. I would love to do that. That's actually one of my goals. I would love to do that just because that's another one of my passions and dreams, because I watch a lot of New Japan stuff, a lot of, Noah, and, having to see matches from Prince Devitt, Pac, all these guys out there that travel the world and travel the independent scene and went to all these places. It's amazing. So one day I really do hope so. I really do. I mean, if things go good and if God blesses me, I really hope to do that. I mean, if not, then I can't cry about it, so I can't bitch about it either. So I'm just going to have to accept it. So, but absolutely, man, I would love to do that. You have no idea. I mean, just wrestling is something that I truly, genuinely love with all my heart. So by me going to Japan or Mexico, it would be amazing, especially Japan. That's just a given. To answer your second question, Brock Lesnar against Super Cena. Well, I don't want to see it again, to be honest. What I do want to see is the return of Daniel Bryan, but I keep hearing that his neck injury is so bad that he might be forced to retire, and that right there just breaks my fucking heart. I love Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is an amazing performer, an amazing wrestler, an amazing talent, and me and my buddies have been talking about this. The only reason why somebody like Roman Reigns is getting the extra push is because Daniel Bryan is out the picture. You know what I mean? So CM Punk isn't there, Daniel Bryan isn't there. So the next person they're gonna bring in is Roman Reigns, of course, which is kind of sad. I mean, I don't hate Roman Reigns. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's just like, I would much rather prefer Daniel Bryan. They just signed Kenta, so I fucking can't wait for that, given the fact that everybody stole his moves, and it's kind of funny in a sense, because I want to see how he would react in the locker room, like, hey guys, you stole my shit. But John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, honestly, not too excited. I would love to see Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan, or Brock Lesnar versus, Seth Rollins, or Brock Lesnar versus, somebody else. But John Cena, again, for the titles. If that's the case, and if Brock Lesnar wins, then Brock Lesnar is just going to drop the titles to either Roman Reigns or somebody, because honestly, if John Cena wins, how is he going to go about, with his championship reign? If he loses that fast, he's obviously going to win again at some point of his career, once again crowning him as the 16-time World Heavyweight Champion, which is right next to Ric Flair, and that's just like, whoa, man, what the hell's going on? So I don't want to see Cena versus Lesnar too at SummerSlam. I want to see Lesnar versus Bryan, or Lesnar versus Seth. I want to see Cena versus Roman, or whatever, something else aside from this, because this match, it's not going to be the worst match ever, but we've seen it. I mean, what more is there? So to answer your third question, Chris Benoit was my favorite wrestler. He was one of my favorite wrestlers. I loved his in-ring wrestling career. It was absolutely phenomenal. The guy was a machine. This dude was the embodiment of pro wrestling, and we will never, ever have anyone close to Chris Benoit ever again, because the guy was the embodiment of the business, his success and everything. And although he did commit a very heinous act I mean, who's to say? None of us were in that house to even begin with. Nobody knows the full story. Nobody knows the full spectrum. It was horrible when he passed. I really wish he didn't. But in terms of his wrestling career, the best one I've seen in my entire life. So, to answer your fourth question, Gohan and Goku successfully doing the Potara fusion. Now, if that were to go down, everything would have just ended. Goku would have, well, Gohanku would have destroyed Buu, that's for sure. And they would have remained, you know, as one being, I believe. I mean, how would the story go from there? They would kill off Buu, probably free everybody, but then again, they would probably have the same mindset in going inside of Buu and freeing everybody. But if not, if they decided to just fully kill him, the story would have ended right there. I mean, they would have slaughtered him, and that would have been the end of the story. I mean, of course, somehow you would have Gohanku versus, you know, Whis or Beerus if that was Akira Toriyama's decision somewhere down the road, like Battle of Gods, having that kind of scenario. But overall, I think the story would have died out right there, honestly, because what more would have happened? You had two of the most powerful characters ever combined. That's game over, you know, like what more can you do? So, in the final question, top 5 WrestleManias. Shit, I don't know. I mean, I would have to say this. WrestleMania 17, in no particular order, by the way. WrestleMania 17, WrestleMania 20, WrestleMania 28, WrestleMania 30, and WrestleMania 19. Those would be my 5. And, like, they're not in any sort of order, but those would be my 5 WrestleManias, bro. But anyways, thank you for the support, man. It means the world to me. It means more to me than anything else, just having someone believe in me. So thank you for that once again, bro, and I hope you have a wonderful week, man. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Ivan Martinez. What's up, Alex? How's it going? I have 6 questions here, and I hope you can answer them. Now on to the questions. Question number 1. If you were in a predicament where you had to be in one of these horror movies, which one would it be? Friday the 13th, Halloween, Evil Dead, or The Purge? Oh, my God. That's horrible, man. Oh, Jesus. Question number 2. What are some game franchises that bring back childhood memories? Question 3. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta versus Ultimate Gohan. Who would win? Question number 4. Would you ever enter a real haunted place with friends, a camera, school, hospital, abandoned house? Question 5. Will you be seeing Transformers 4 and Dawn of the Apes? Question 6. If you had powers, what would be the perfect... would you protect the Earth, or would you keep it a secret from everyone? I see what you're coming at from. Well, those are all my questions. Keep up the great work, bro, and have a great day. Have a great day too, man. To answer your first question, I would have to say The Purge, because those are just people. I don't have to deal with a zombie, a psychopath, or any fucking sort of demonic zombie type plague going on inside of a cabin. So I would have to say The Purge, because all I need to do is just survive 24 hours, and that's it. I would survive literally like in a dumpster if I have to for 24 hours and just sit there the whole day, rather than just going through Jason, Michael, or, you know, any of the Nephilim fucking evil creatures from like Evil Dead and stuff like that. Hell no. So I would have to say The Purge. Although it would be fun to be in like any other movie like Friday the 13th or Halloween or whatever, The Purge would seem more suitable, especially if in that kind of situation. I would not... The last one I would go to is Evil Dead, because like all sorts of shit would go down. So I would have to say The Purge. To answer your second question, games that brings back childhood memories. I would have to say Spyro. Spyro always brings back memories, especially Spyro 2 and Spyro 3. They always bring back very vivid memories of so many different things that I've experienced as a kid. Metal Gear Solid 3, GTA San Andreas, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, WWE Here Comes the Pain, WWE SmackDown vs. Raw, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, Need for Speed Underground 2, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 0, you know, stuff like that brings back memories like crazy. So, as of right now, Halo 3 as well. Halo 3 definitely brings back a lot of memories, but as of right now, like GTA 5 definitely has its fair share of memories. You know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and stuff like that. So, there are some games that hold very, very special moments and memories just because of the people you played with and how you played the games, especially during the time period in which you played them. So, to answer your third question, actually, Ultimate Gohan would slaughter Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. No question about that. I mean, that's not even competition, to be honest. To answer your fourth question, I actually would. I would enter a real haunted place, whether it be a school, a hospital, an abandoned house, as long as I'm with a lot of friends, and I mean a lot of friends. Like if I'm with like 10 to 15 people with cameras and like guns and stuff like that and all sorts of, you know, holy stuff, yeah, I would definitely do that. I would do it just to spend an hour in there or two, whatever, and then just leave. But if I was in there with like 5 friends, no, because that's gonna end horribly. I would not do that. So a huge group I would definitely go with, high-tech equipment, you know, weapons, stuff to protect me against like the demonic realm. So I would definitely do that. But then again, if I had to do it by myself, absolutely not. There are just some things you don't do as a human being, and one of those things are going into a real haunted place without anything going your way. I mean, just imagine entering like an abandoned hospital or a junction or whatever the case, and you're just going in there without any fucking protection, no cameras, no flashlights, no nothing. But I mean, there are certain places that are really haunted apparently, in like Boston, well, not Boston, but Massachusetts and New Jersey and Pennsylvania and stuff like that, like certain places, you know what I mean? Then again, you don't know what's really going on, you know, around your neighborhood. But to be honest, like I said, if I was with a large group of friends, yes. But aside from that, just I would not do it. So to answer your fifth question, I already saw Transformers 4. If you saw my little review for it, then you would know, because the movie was absolutely amazing. So Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, I did not get to see yet. I heard it was incredible, and I do want to see it. So I hope nobody ruins it for me, by the way, because I really want to see it. But I don't know. I keep hearing from people that this movie is probably going to be movie of the year. That's how good it is. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow or something. So I mean, I don't know. Tomorrow's Monday, so it's like, eh. But definitely I do want to see that. So I mean, Dawn of the Apes, I definitely want to see. Transformers 4, I already saw. So I mean, that was just great in and of itself. So, and to answer your last question, I would protect the Earth. Yes, I would. There are so many things happening in today's world that are just so unnecessary. You have terrorists beheading people, killing people for no reason. You have, you know, cartels murdering people. There's a lot of murder, you know what I mean, for unnecessary reasons. Sometimes it happens for all the right causes, and I use that term very loosely. But this world, I mean, just if you guys sit back and you look at what's going on in our world today, deception, greed, lust, betrayal, you know, envy, hatred, murder, rape, genocide, you know, suicide, homicide, just it's wrong, you know. So if I had superpowers, man, I would definitely protect the Earth. I would get rid of every single person that's scum, and I mean like real scum. Like if you're a murderer, if you're a rapist and stuff like that, like definitely just get you out of there, because this world does not deserve to see children grow up in an environment like that. You know, I'm not old at all. Don't get me wrong. I'm only 22 years old, but I mean, just if I were to have a child, it's just so hard to bring them up in this planet where everybody's raised to be greedy and selfish and just lustful, and everybody follows the crowd and stuff like that. You know, like I wouldn't keep it a secret from people, I guess you could. Well, I actually no. To my correction, I would keep my superpowers a secret, but I would protect the Earth. So I would do a little bit of both, because I wouldn't want to know. I actually wouldn't want people to hail me as a god or something like that. I just want to be normal, but I would protect the Earth without a doubt. So I would keep my shit a secret, but I would definitely protect the Earth. So sort of like Superman, except without any weaknesses, I guess you could say. But definitely do that. So I mean, because the world deserves to have closure and peace, and you know what better way to do that? I mean, if only, right? So, but anyways, Mr. Ivan, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And thank you all for watching this week's episode, guys, of Fan Mail of the Week. I am your host, UnrealEntGaming, everybody. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are fans, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest news, information, updates, what if battles, content, screenshots, whatever the case. If you want me to pull down my pants, I'll do that too. Well, not really, but thank you all for watching, everybody. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the video up with a like and a favorite, guys. Thank you all for watching. Once again, stay tuned for more. Please don't forget to submit your videos to me for next week's episode, guys. I'm really looking forward to that. So thank you all for watching, everybody. As always, long live Vegeta, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys in next week's episode. Take care, everybody. Peace.